I feel like out there in the world, people really have to see this, that it's normal to be triggered.
Yeah.
How to
navigate all of this.
Navigate, like how to work with it. Like you just literally, you just
for
have
yourself and also those around you, and especially your partner who is the most affected by your emotional state.
Let's talk about quantum jumps. Quantum jumps are something maybe only people really know about that are studying physics or are in the physics
Quantum
aspects of life.
Physics.
And the quantum physics, especially that, because not every physics is about quantum physics. But when we talk about quantum jumps, like before this episode started, I was on a complete different frequency, man. Like I was
worried. I was like, damn, are we going to record this today? Because damn.
Hey guys, I tell you, like I've been through 1 trillion different frequencies, 1 trillion different emotions within minutes and seconds. Like,
that's brave of you. That's really what healing can look like.
It all started with nothing. I don't even know what it was. That was the thing. Like, we're talking here about a trigger, okay? We're talking about a triggering situation. And people usually don't see themselves and don't realize that they're triggered. They just think that they're always right. They are always right. And they're privileged or allowed to do whatever they want to do. But the thing is with us, we're at this point right now where we realize, okay, I am really the creator of my reality, And
with every single thought.
Yes, with every single thought, with every single emotion, with every single action, like everything that you do and that you are has a effect on the world, on the effect on the world around you, but also inside of you, like everything. So.
Wow. Everything correlates.
Exactly. Everything is interconnected.
Yeah.
Even the smallest, tiniest things.
That's like the butterfly effect, where it says the wings, something as small as the wings of a butterfly flicking.
Have an effect on the world.
Yes, and
can create a hurricane.
Yeah, the tiniest change can be such a quantum leap. And I really like what you're explaining right now, because I have realized lately that a quantum jump is just choosing different sometimes. And the best example from my side that I love to give is, before I met you, I did such a huge quantum jump that put me in the perfect position to meet you. Because it was really like, I just flipped the switch. And I didn't even do much. I just chose different. And by choosing, I mean choosing something from a place of sovereignty. Sovereignty meaning I take full responsibility for this choice.
Can you give us, or can you go into more detail, like for people to really understand what you're talking about?
You mean about our situation?
No, the example you're doing, the quantum jump, what was it about? Like, what happened? What did you do? Like, what was it about? Like, share as much as you want to share, but can you share a little for the people to understand? Like, because we're very theoretical.
Yeah.
That's why today I want to give some examples.
Okay, thank you.
In the face. We throw it in your face.
Yes. So before I met Kossi, I had a limiting self-belief that had a grip on me. And the grip was so strong, it was like, it wasn't me who was re-choosing the same situation. And that really made me realize this is something that's really limiting. There is something going on that's really limiting me. And those are just self-belief systems that were created throughout my life. For example, I was unconsciously choosing partners who were disloyal because I was addicted to the feeling of being replaced and rejected, because I had this program running. And why I did a quantum jump was because I realized that And then I took responsibility for it.
You just
It happened.
said stop.
And I had to forgive myself that I chose in a way before that led me to this point. The hardest part. I had to forgive myself that all of this happened and led me to this point. But before I met Kossi, I had a situation where I was exhausted. I was like, I'm tired. I'm seeing now. And now I take responsibility to choose different, and I quantum jumped. It was really when I didn't care about any man ever anymore, was when I met you. I was like, I never would have thought that. Men like you exist, but apparently I had to detach myself from any idea a man in a relationship had to be for me that I had prior, and they were very toxic patterns. I was like, I let them go, and that was a quantum jump, because then I was free. I was liberated from them. I was like an unwritten paper again.
Yeah, it's really like at some point we're diving deeper and deeper into ourselves and just getting to know more aspects. That's why like the paper is getting more empty and emptier, because you're
rewriting.
Like the potential is just, it's like always about infinity. The potential is becoming more infinite because you're just discovering new and new layers about yourself. I wanted to tell the story from my quantum jump before. I was deeply triggered.
Before the podcast today?
Before the podcast, I was at a whole different frequency, a whole different vibration. Like, my lower self or my shadow self is just like an energy that tries to close the borders and just go inwards. Like it's hard to explain, but today
You go inwards, you mean? You go full introvert mode? Or what do you mean by inwards?
Yeah, it wants to go into introvert mode, like to really take
your lower self.
Yeah.
You mean your shadow self by that?
Yeah, my shadow self, like
your triggered self.
My triggered self. Yeah, when I'm triggered. But the thing was, I didn't even knew what was exactly the trigger. That's why I was so confused, because it just was like from one moment to the other, it's like an energy comes into me and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, it's like you're drunk or high, but just on a different energy, And this trigger felt so dense and deep this time. Like, it's just getting deeper and deeper. That's why when I saw this video before on your laptop about this new moon is like very strong, or the strongest, very intense. Like, I was like, yes, this was very intense. Like this quantum jump from the frequency of being excited and being high, like you literally feel lighter in your essence. Like it's like you could fly, to just being like, everyone annoys you. Like you don't like anyone. Everybody get out of your way. Like it's just two different energies. And I realized that, and I knew, like, we talked before, you said, like, you didn't know if we were still going to record the podcast, because I felt the same. I was like, yo, at this mode, I cannot record anything. Like, I couldn't even talk,
I respected that fully. I gave you grace, and I also was just praying for you. I think it really worked.
Yes.
You did so well, because you guys, he just went into meditation.
That's so funny. From your perspective, I just left in the lowest frequency out of the room and then come back in a higher frequency. It was like too it's like I'm bipolar or schizophrenic or whatever people like to call it, but it's just really two different persons.
Yeah, I was like, welcome back.
What I wanted to share with you is, today I discovered a side of me that really feels like no one knows me like I do know myself, And that's why today it felt like, for me, it's sometimes hard to accept help, because I just love the challenge, I just love to do things for myself.
I really don't accept help ever.
And today I was like, only I can help myself. But the shadow side of that is no one cares about me.
Because you never receive help.
Yeah, but because I don't allow myself to receive help,
Of course.
But my ego is like, she don't care about me. They don't care about me. Everybody wants something from me. Everybody's stressing me. Like,
I see.
times pressuring me, like it was so much weight on my shoulders that I just put on my shoulders myself again, you know? Because when I thought about it, the thing that triggered me was when I asked you about the meditation.
You know what? I was about to say it. I was about to interrupt you, but now you're saying it. I was about to say, because you said you didn't know what you was triggered about first, but I knew what you was triggered about because you really relied on me helping you with the meditation because you just needed to accept some help from someone. And because I said I don't want to do it right now, you was just feeling left so down because you really relied on this one time someone could help you, you know? You felt like I let you down. And that's really why I told you and tried to affirm you, like, if I can help you with anything, I literally came to him and I was like, if I can help you with anything, I want to help you. And I also reminded you, if you need help with anything, just let me know. I know that you're not going to ask me for help right now, but I will keep affirming you and eventually you will ask me for help when you need it.
And I'm just thinking, thanks. Thank you very much. Thanks for seeing me, because I feel like out there in the world, people really have to see this, you know, that it's normal to be triggered.
Yeah.
How to
navigate all of this.
Like how to work with it. Like you just literally, you just
for
have
yourself and also those around you, and especially your partner who is the most affected by your emotional state.
Like you really have to also take accountability.
Yeah.
You know, take accountability for the destruction that sometimes happens because of your actions. Because for me, it was like, that's why I said sorry, because I didn't want it to act that way.
Why?
But
You said sorry when?
I said sorry for keep you waiting because of all that.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, when you take accountability, like...
you took accountability there by saying sorry.
Yeah, but it's also like forgiving yourself, you know? To be like, I did, it's okay, sorry.
I mean,
like,
you need to forgive yourself first before you can truly apologize, I think. And by saying I'm sorry, you automatically also forgive yourself for whatever you just went through and whatever that may had caused.
Yeah. And these two emotions, they were so vastly different from each other, you know? The state before and the state after. Like, that's why, because frequencies, they're operating, like I said, when I was triggered, everything felt very dense. It was really like someone is pulling me down. I was like, yo, this is heavy. And the way how I released it, even before we started this, we did a little meditation with breathing. Like, I'm always breathing when I'm triggered. I always breathe deeply into myself. And I don't know, I just discover parts of myself and I just let them go. I just cry. I release them. So
breath connects you to your emotions.
Yes, breath connects so deep into emotions, man.
Yes.
Like,
great quote.
Breath is really one of the greatest cheat codes that the universe gave us.
I feel like you are also a master of breath.
Yeah,
you are well studied in breath.
It's really,
and it shows.
I read those breath books and stuff. Yeah. Like, I just do it intuitively, you know. I don't even think about what I have to do, because I just know that when I breathe that kind of way, I can navigate something within myself, you know. When I'm moving, when I'm triggered, I know how to breathe. Mm-hmm. When I'm nervous, I know how to breathe. When I have anxiety, I know how to breathe. When I'm exhausted, I know how to breathe. When in many different situations where people lose their control over themselves, they forgot to breathe. It's always about the breath, you know? Wow. But when you master the breath, you master yourself. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. That's why...
Damn. Oof.
That's why I just know.
Damn. Yeah, I gotta write that down for myself, because I don't breathe when I'm angry. I don't breathe when I'm anxious. Like, why do people get panic attacks?
They lost the breath.
Yeah. And that's why they're holding on for dear life. Because without breath, there is no life.